My name is Rosalind Schanzer, and I'm an author and an illustrator of nonfiction books for kids, and kids of all ages. And I love my job. It's really fun being the detective who ferrets out all those secrets from history and kind of snooping around to see what's out there that nobody else has seen before. I try to do everything from a different angle from everybody else. So all of history and the stories in history are like great adventures. I love doing them. I didn't think about what I was going to write when I decided what my job would be, because I decided to become an artist when I was 2 years old and I didn't know any better. And I didn't know that you'd have to sit indoors for long, long hours and stuff like that, which is really fun, but I'm an outdoors kind of person. And so I come from a family of artists of every possible kind, and I was very influenced by that. And for example, we have professional puppeteers, we have professional acrobats, we have other authors, and we have tons and tons of photographers. We have people who make violins for famous violinists. And we even have a graffiti artist who started in New York and got in trouble for it. And then he went to Europe and he's really famous and he's in galleries all over New York. So you name the kind of art. Oh, we have craftspeople and storytellers galore. It's all about the storytelling. And the storytelling is what kind of convinced me. Well, I was always influenced by that. So I guess I should tell you who influenced me the most. And I have to say, it wasn't a teacher, it wasn't a class, it was my wonderful Aunt Ruthie, who was the best storyteller I have ever heard, at least to me. She was terrific because she could do things that made us laugh. And so instead of standing on her head, she'd stand on her ear. I don't know how to explain that exactly. And when we were little, we adored my dad, and he was very handsome. And so I don't know if I took after that, I don't think so. But so she would make up Handsome Sam and Yashik stories. So Handsome Sam was my dad, it was a superhero thing. And Yashik was his mule, and the stories were hilarious, and we would roll around on the floor. And then at dinner we used to make my mother really mad because my dad would tell stories too. And we called them the Lone Ranger funny ones. That dates me, I know, because we listened to the Lone Ranger on the radio all the time. But so we were big storytellers. So what my family would do, this has nothing to do with nonfiction, but it did get me interested in that. Every time there was a wedding or a Thanksgiving family reunion, and we have huge Thanksgiving family reunions, often there are over 100 people, we would do, because of Ruthie, my Aunt Ruthie, we started out doing musicals. And this was a long time ago when musicals were big. So she was so fast at writing these that she could sit in the car and write a musical to the tune of real musicals or popular music of the day. And then we'd all have fun. We'd get in her room and we'd rehearse dance steps, and we'd rehearse singing. And it was hilarious because a lot of the people that were doing this were little kids, like between 3 and 12 or something like that. So it always makes it more fun. And then the real dancers would dance, and we'd play music. And so I was very much influenced by that.